Plutosphere,
connecting decentralized technologies to the global economy.
We're here to bring you the latest from the leading commanders in the crypto space.
And this week, we want to welcome our special guest, Levent Aydan. Welcome.
We're super excited to have you on the Plutosphere. Just to give you a quick intro, Seedify are an incubator and launchpad for blockchain games and gamers. Amazing to have you on. Should we just start with the first question? So how do you choose projects? Is there sort of a specific checklist you have?
So basically, we have a due diligence system in which we have both a centralized and a decentralized due diligence. We do reports with our due diligence team, which is decentralized, which comes from like community members within Seedify. And then there's another due diligence that we do within the team. So we get all the we make all the decisions based on those two reports, basically.
So in terms of your community, which is obviously where a lot of your growth happens, you've got sort of over 200, I think it's 90K on Twitter alone. How does one necessarily build that community for a game? So how would you go about and say, look, we need so many people to create all of this traction for any one game? What would you say your key to doing that is, keeping people motivated in the space?
First of all, within your game, what you can do is you can do viral campaigns, like because you're gonna have game items, you're gonna have all these sorts of things that you can give away. Make sure that you get the maximum benefit from your giveaways through doing viral lotteries and stuff like that. You know, that always works.
And giveaways and things like that. Do you see that works?
Yeah, I mean, if it's just about the coin, the giveaways usually do not work. But if it's an item that will be usable in the game, they tend to make the community research about what the item is about, what the given thing is about. So rather than giving like coin giveaways and stuff like that, I highly recommend doing like in-game item NFTs, lands and stuff like that. Those giveaways always work. And besides that, I would say like making a lot of partnerships, cross-marketing and stuff like that definitely works, because then like, for example, if you do a cross-marketing at Seedify, you automatically get in front of like 300K people in our Twitter. So it's like a major thing. And that's why you got to develop relationships. And not everyone, like we don't cross-promote a lot, you know, unless it's like a partnership, but definitely try to have a lot of relationships within crypto, and that always works. And besides that, I think having a lot of Seedify has right now a really, really big marketing team compared to most launchpads, I'd say. Even in gaming, I feel like it's gonna be the same thing. Like if you wanna launch a great game that will have adoption, you need to have a big marketing team who understands how to do things. And regarding marketing, there are people who understand the growth hacking aspect. There can be people who understand the Google search aspect. There can be people who come from gaming background, who have worked with who worked in game studios and who understands game marketing, who have connections in the industry, and there can be like creative people and illustrators and art directors. So it's like a big effort.
All sides, all parties getting involved together. So what of the projects, what's the success rate of the projects you've had so far? I know you've had, obviously, you've had loads, especially ones that we're partnered with at the moment, and they've done really, really well. But maybe you could go into some of the performance rates that you've had so far.
Well, the best performing launch that we did was probably Blocktopia. Blocktopia did more than 130x, and it's not like It stayed on 130x for a while, and right now it's at 100x. So it's like insane, you know.
And we're just saying that's your average now. Sure. You've taken your average all the way up here.
Yeah, it's definitely not our average. I would be like, I want to be completely transparent. Our average right now is 36x on all-time high, and about like 12x on current ROI. But think about it this way: right now, alts haven't started to like really grow in price yet, and most of these games, to be honest, they're gonna be really gaining value when the game is on. When the game, when people are going to be playing the game. And most of the time what Seedify does is we launch the games, and then these projects gain the first adoption, gain the funding that they need, gain the industry connections that they need, and they have much more room to grow. And among these projects, I'm sure there will be some more, at least a couple more 100Xs over the time. But most of the time what happens is the project doesn't have the game yet, so it has to balance it out. But we provide a good amount of volume right now. Like most projects that we launch right now have at least like 20 million to 25 million dollars of volume in the first day, which is a pretty good volume.
Wow. So what are the key factors you look for when choosing a crypto game? Is it the story, the community, the graphics? Yeah, what do you guys look for?
The artwork.
As of now, to be honest, we try to look at the artwork. We try to look at the play to earn mechanism. But I'll be like very, very honest about this part, that crypto gaming hasn't seen it's nowhere near its maturity. Like the first games that we have seen are not gonna be your AAA games that you will see in the future. Like right now, most crypto games, they understand that blockchain gaming is gonna be a fast moving market. So there are some entrants who have started with fairly compact games. I'd say like some compact games tend to do really well as well. Like there are many examples like that on Steam, and there will be in crypto too. But at the same time, the major like AAA level games normally cannot be done without big publishers behind you, like Activision, EA, Blizzard, like all these companies. But in crypto, the game is gonna change because there's so many funding opportunities, and there is the NFT sale opportunity as well, which can generate extra income for these projects. And also, if they get their business system right, like they can also start to make profits very, very fast if they gain the adoption that they need. So I think crypto ecosystem is gonna bring many indie studios who are gonna be working on AAA style games, and that's gonna be like really, really exciting. And that's where we wanna head towards a Seedify. But at the same time, if a game is compact but still good and they have a chance to be big, we still support them.
Totally. So maybe we could just take it sort of to the flip side, in terms of your tier system. How does the Seedify model work? How do people get involved? Tell us a little bit about the different categories as well, please.
We have a different system compared to most launchpads, I'd say, because most launchpads in the industry, they go with lottery for most of the tiers, and then there's some guaranteed allocation tiers. And there's the biggest launchpads, actually, they are mostly like lottery based. And I mean, that's the system that most of the ecosystem wanted to grow towards, but that's not what we like too much at Seedify, because we want our investors, our holders to actually make profits from each IGO that actually we launch. And because that's like a DeFi mechanism too. Think about it this way: you have bought some S-Fund tokens, and then you're not waiting for a lottery to happen. Actually, you're like, you can make money in each IGO, and our numbers suggest that you can make money in each IGO and Seedify. This is like a proven model. So we don't want to be like, you're gonna win some lottery tickets, or like you're gonna and then like invest $200 or something like that. If you have skin in the game, if you're supporting Seedify, if you want to be a major supporter, we actually allow you to do that. And we have like 9 tiers. And that is because like we start with the lottery tier. At first, that wasn't even a lottery tier, but the allocations got low. So we had to actually change it to lottery, so it would make sense. But after tier 1, which is lottery, which starts with like 250 S-Fund, and S-Fund is right now hovering about $4.95, something around that. So that would be like about $1,000 or more investment to be in the lottery tier. But for the guaranteed tiers, it starts with 1,000 S-Fund, and then grows up to 100,000 S fund. And what is interesting about Seedify is like most of the people who are actually our community members, they want to go on to the next tier. So that's like something that they look for. But if it would be a lottery kind of system, I don't think it would work. So we made our own system, kind of like we don't look at other launch pads and be like, oh, this guy did this, let me do that. We just play our own game, and I think that's what makes us special, you know.
Love it.
Definitely special.
So can you tell us what trends you're sort of seeing in the gaming space at the moment?
The trends that I'm seeing is basically it revolves around compact games most of the time, mostly like turn-based strategy games, which should be stopped at this point. Like, I understand that a lot of like game studios understand that is an easy to make game, but there are many other easy to make games. And as Seedify, like after a couple more games like this, we're gonna stop basically getting turn-based games anymore, because it's like too many of something. Everything that looks like Axie Infinity in a compact way it's not gonna work. Like Axie Infinity, it's like they made their own thing, and you gotta make your own thing. And it's just like when you start to see a lot of clones, a lot of ideas that are mixed match of each other, that's not gonna really work. So that's what I'm seeing a lot. Axie Infinity like games. I am seeing a lot of not good games, to be honest. Like 95% of the games in the market right now are crap. Like,
wow.
Yeah.
Well, we see the same. You know, we meet with like 20 projects a week, maybe even more sometimes. And there's such a difference in not only the team and the pedigree of the team, but then also the artwork. Like there's so many different things. People just making it because there's a trend, and they're like, oh my God, this is a quick fix to making money. And it's
exactly. And that's how it's been always in crypto. You know, whenever something hot comes up, like imagine the first boom of NFT market, like over 100 NFT marketplaces have opened. 100 NFT marketplaces, like who is gonna need that, you know? Like it's just this is how crypto
there's not enough NFTs in the space yet for all of those marketplaces to even hold anything.
100 NFT marketplaces. I'd say more. There's probably more than 100.
There's definitely more.
Like, oh, we are doing the best thing and we're gonna take over the market.
And everyone does this whole, we're the only people in the space doing this right now.
They have this also comparing chart where they do is like, oh, they have this, but we also are building this, we are building this, like tick. Put many features like that, and that makes you successful. Actually, it's the opposite. It's doing a couple things really better than everyone else, rather than trying to spread out to try to show that you have a big roadmap. It doesn't work that way.
And sometimes it's not about having everything covered. It's about having like being absolutely fantastic at one particular thing, and you know, marketing we can help you with, or this we can help you with, just as long as you have this niche and it's different.
Exactly. That's what we think as Seedify too. Like when we decided to become a blockchain gaming launchpad, there was no blockchain, like there was no vertical launchpads yet. Like we were the first to announce this, and we pivoted actually from like being a generalist to a blockchain gaming launchpad. And like we decided to be like, okay, we're gonna be like laser focused, and not just even in blockchain gaming. We had some other features too, and we were like, no, we are not doing these features anymore actually, because we want to be perfect at what we do as a launchpad, and then we can develop over that. Like even when we are creating a team as Seedify, we first create like one or two teams. We master that, we master it so the team works like a clockwork, and then we start to like make it bigger. We start now, for example, we are going to be bringing at least like 20 to 25 people from the gaming industry, because now we are a profitable company, and we started actually without taking any funds from anyone, and we became profitable in a short period of time. And the next phase for us is, for example, getting all these like game designers, character designers, environment
To
designers.
offer support to your projects.
Yeah, because we want to basically like if you're incubating at Seedify, you're gonna get major support. If you are a project that comes even just launches through Seedify, you're gonna have better advisory compared to most other launchpads. That's what we have to provide. Like right now, we mastered kind of two places really well. Like we do very smooth launches. And the influencer aspect about Seedify is getting crazy. Like we work with over 200 influencers right now with over like 10 million audience reach, which is crazy. Like no Launchpad actually devotes as much time to working on these projects for little to no gain on our site. But we do this so like a project, like for example, Blocktopia had many Launchpads, but when we have like finished the Launchpad, the actually funding, they were like talking about like retweeting us. They were saying some good stuff. I mean, because we try to do more than like what projects come to us expect for, you know, expect.
Yeah, no, definitely. So maybe we could just like learn a little bit more about you. Like, how did you get into the gaming space? Why have you even created Seedify? You know, where's this energy come from within you and the motivation?
It's I got into the space in 2012. So in 2012 in Turkey, I was trying to create the first blockchain company, and at the time, no one knew even what blockchain was. I think blockchain was hovering. I mean, Bitcoin was hovering around like $3, $4 when I first discovered the space. It was like. I was like, I saw it instantly that this was going to be something major. And I thought gamification and gamified aspects was going to be major. So I was trying to create a gamified social network, which would actually have you earn like tokens by using the social network. And there was some other things in it too. I couldn't do it at the time because there was no developers, there was no smart contract networks, and no one understood like what blockchain was. Not even one.
Not even one person. No.
Like it didn't exist. Like there was no basically nothing. Empty Gox era, you know. And in 2017, I was like a very active member in one of the like big infrastructure communities, and like I was trying to do a project with some of the like OGs of that community. And I was always telling people in 2017, hey guys, like you guys are talking about finance and all this, that. I always said to people, the gaming is going to be like the major adoption bringer to blockchain because there are over there's probably over 1.5 billion gamers. Actually, it's more than that. How many gamers are there? More than
crazy. I mean, it's whether it even be on the blockchain or not, gaming is huge. Gaming has always been huge, and the fact that people are only just starting to get on board with it, that I think that refers back to what you were saying before. Like people are just creating their games for the hype. But there's always been this amount of gamers, and there's the people that have been in this space since, say, 2012. I don't think we've had anyone on that's been in the space since 2012, but our founders are from 2012. But yeah, 2017, that sort of time frame, people are huge on gaming. Like I've been gaming for like a good, like, I don't know, say year now, and it's become my second job. I'm like, which bit of land should I get next, you know, all of the rest of it. And it's definitely still a niche market. I think you have so much potential still, which I think leads on to the next question.
Yes, it very much does. So what do you see in the future of the gaming sphere?
Well, I'd say
mass adoption.
Aside from mass adoption
space, and like a lot of the adoption is going to move towards blockchain. So I just checked the numbers, by the way. 3.2 billion gamers there are in the world, and there's more than $150 billion spending each year in gaming industry. This is like the biggest entertainment industry in the world, gaming. And imagine blockchain gets only 1% of that, like 1% of 3.2 billion people, 1% of 150 billion spending each year. It just moves to blockchain. It's just gonna bring a lot of insane adoption that no other thing can bring, because DeFi, finance, all these things are good, but they're very niche things. But gaming, a lot of people, like everyone plays games, and like, okay, the generation before us, like they weren't gamers, but whoever has born since like 80s, 90s, they will be gamers still when they're old. Like they will be still playing games. So, you know, it's just like you're tapping to a market that is actually very connected with like the usage, like the user scenario too. So think of it this way, like the easiest way to actually bring someone to blockchain is to tell them that they're going to win something free through it. That's the example I gave, the giveaways. And the games are going to be like major giveaway bringers, because like most of these games, like in the very near future, they're going to be like freemium, because they're going to realize that not everyone will be able to spend $1,000 or $2,000 to start to play a game, or those games will be working with a lot of like YGG like companies, because YGG is right now the first major guild scholarship program, but there's going to be many more like that who will actually help bring a lot of the people who don't have the finances to actually grow these funds too. But at the same time, there will be also the freemium model where you're going to be able to start to play the game, but after a level or after like some point, like if you want to invest, it's good, but it's not going to give you huge bonuses, but it's going to still like make a difference in your gameplay and stuff like that. I think those models are going to be really interesting.
I completely agree. I think it's expanding like rapidly. It's been so fantastic having you on. We've obviously loved hearing about all of your amazing things that you're doing with Seedify. With the upcoming plans and upcoming launches, how is it best for our community to get in touch and sort of keep up to date with what you're doing? Would it be Twitter or?
Twitter, I think following Twitter is like one of the best ways. And then on our Twitter, we also have the link to the announcement channel, I think.
I guess what's next for you guys is for people to sort of clock in and keep themselves updated with what you're doing.
I mean, you're gonna like our Twitter. It's pretty like branded. It has a lot of like fun stuff. Sometimes we do have giveaways too. Even if you don't buy Seedify, just join in. So you might win a giveaway, or you might win a game NFT or something like that. You know.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome.
Thanks so much, Levent, and thank you, Plutonauts, for watching. We'll be back to bring you the latest from the galaxy of Pluto soon. Don't forget to give us a like, give us a share,
and subscribe.